Heyo everybody, Haku here with a special double anime review for Fukigen no Mononoke. And this is going to be on episodes 8 and 9, I believe. Was this week 8 and 9? Or no, 7 and 8 is this week. This is just because last week I missed the episode because of vacation and all. So now that I'm back, I'm going to do 2 in 1 video. And honestly, starting off with episode 7, this was the best episode so far in my opinion. I freaking loved it. We start off seeing Manjiro go home and all from last episode, episode 6. And then it's funny where Hanai thinks Haruitsuki is pissed at him. I get all these Japanese names confused in my head because of all the anime and manga and stuff I'm covering. But it was really funny going from there. And then at school the next day we see Zenko is back. Zenko is adorable, so I like seeing her back. She meets with Hanai and she reveals that she's been bitten by some strange dog and has this weird marking on her arm. And she shows it to Haruitsuki. And while he's looking, they see a kitsune on his shoulder, and the conversation and like the tantrum that the kitsune pulls is like really funny. I loved the scene there. So yeah, that scene I really enjoyed. So the kitsune says he's going to go wait for them tonight at the temple, so to play hide and seek. So they go all out there to the graveyard at night to play hide and seek. And they play hide and seek for a bit, but the kitsune just wants to keep playing. And finally, like, I thought Zenko there and Hanai were both hilarious. The way Zenko's like, I have caught him 0 times, and names off all the times that the Puffball and Haruitsuki had found him. So that was really funny, and also really funny how Hanai is constantly scared of everything. How he's okay with yokai, but he's scared of ghosts. Like, that was really funny. And then Haruitsuki comes up to them and says, you know, I'm going to plan to capture this thing because it just wants to keep playing. But it turns out that Haruitsuki was actually the kitsune in disguise, and Hanai catches onto it, so it's cool to see him progressing in that sort of way. And once they have found him, they bring over the real Haruitsuki, and he remembers the name of the kitsune. It's Yahiko. Yeah, Yahiko. So then Yahiko reveals that the rumor that's going around with the yokai is that Haruitsuki killed the last master of the Mononoke, Aoi, because he wanted to be master. And that is where we end off at that cliffhanger. And for this one, this is my favorite episode so far. I really loved this one. The animation and stuff looked better than usual. I mean, it usually looks like just above average, a little above average. Nothing particularly special, but not terrible either. This still didn't look like amazing, but it was good animation. Definitely what I would consider to be on the good, very good end of the spectrum. I freaking love Yahiko. Yahiko is great. I love that they have Chopper's voice actor, and the voice acting is really well done, especially in episode 8, which I'm not getting into yet, but the voice acting there was incredible too. And that's something I've liked about Fukigen no Mononoke, is even if some of the production isn't quite as high, the voice acting is noticeably good in a lot of the situations in these episodes where I notice it. Like, of all the anime I watch, I actually notice, and I'm like, the voice acting for Mononoke is, like, not the character, the show in general, is really good. So yeah, I thought this was fun and funny and the best episode so far, and I want to give it 9 kitsune tantrums out of 10. So from there, I guess I'll move on into episode 8. So starting episode 8, we see a flashback of Yahiko and the child Haruitsuki. I think they said 7 or 8 years ago. So we have that, and then when we flash back to the current time, we have a really tense conversation and moment with them that was amazing. Yahiko's voice actor was incredible during this scene, so much props for that. Zenko says she wants to keep Yahiko with her. And then we go on to see Hanai finding another yokai just like he found Puffball at the beginning, like in the exact same way. Well, I thought that was really hilarious, like how they just throw that as sort of a recurring joke that it happened to Hanai like that again. So we find out that the yokai finds is a little bird dude named Jomatsu, and he is trying to save this Princess Anmo chick and get them both back to the underworld, but she keeps falling in love with everything and then getting her heart broken, and all of the former lovers of her that Jomatsu mentions was really, really funny. I loved that scene. But every time she gets her heart broken, she curls up into a shell, but she's been trapped in this one for like a month, and now it is massive. So Hanai goes to help himself because Haruitsuki's busy, but the egg is like massive and heavy, and too heavy to move. And I'll throw in too that I really like Jomatsu's design. His voice was a little bit annoying to me, but I really liked his design. So Hanai pretends like he's going to break the egg and flip out, and he pretends he hurt Jomatsu to trick the princess into coming out of the egg. And then he essentially sets the two of them up in love together, but that all gets screwed up when Haruitsuki shows up and the princess falls in love with him. So just unresolved comedy stuff this episode that isn't resolved by the time we go into next episode, because pretty sure this one just ends with Haruitsuki hinting at their next job being big or important or something that he screws up on. And so next episode, building hype for that, and I guess we'll get, like we usually get, we'll get the tie-up end of the plot with Jomatsu and Princess Anmo at the very beginning of next episode, and then we'll go into whatever that next job is. So I thought the beginning scene to this was completely amazing. I thought the episode as a whole was really funny and just great overall. I thought the little romance with Jomatsu and the princess was funny, and it was played well for comedy, and none of it felt cliche, so that very, very good for anime. And yeah, so overall I do think it was a really, really strong episode, but not as strong as what we've had, and not like incredible or anything. It was just strong. It was a really strong episode, but not super incredible, except that first scene. I'll give it to that first scene. I really, really enjoyed that, with them still at the graveyard. Like, because the last episode was my favorite episode, and to see that wrapped up like this, it was really, really good. So yeah, I'll give this one like 7.5 bird princess things out of 10. So 7.5 out of 10. I was able to get through 2 episodes hella quick for this review, but I felt like I was able to put through my thoughts well enough. I really liked these two. Two of my favorite episodes, not my 2 favorite episodes. I think the episode 7 might be my favorite so far, but episode 8 maybe not as good as some of the episodes where they were in the underworld, because I really, really enjoyed those. So yeah, 9 out of 10 and a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this. So like if you did like the video, and comment down there and tell me what you thought of each of these episodes and what you thought of my thoughts on them. Really interested to see what you thought about them. Subscribe for more Fukigen no Mononoke and 91 Days Taboo Tattoo, the One Piece anime, and a ton of other stuff other than anime. And yeah, follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.